Hi, my name's Karla Mansur. I'm a divorce and family law attorney in Concord, Massachusetts. What comes up in a lot of my cases are family business or closely held corporations. Businesses add another dimension to a divorce because not only is it a business, not only is it an asset, but there's all these feelings tied up in it and feelings that maybe your parents have and your great parents have. So it makes it a lot more complicated to divide in a successful way. So let's talk about why. So a family business is a very closely held business. Sometimes there's shares, sometimes it's run like a corporation, and sometimes it's run like a family business. So it's hard to determine a value. It's also hard to divide because it's just family working together, and sometimes your spouse might not have a majority interest in the company, so they really have kind of no control over the direction of the company. So in those instances, we're bringing on a business valuation expert, and we are trying to determine what's the actual value of your spouse's share of the business. A lot of things are going to come into that, but a lot of things, one of the big things is going to be how much interest do they actually have in this company. Is it 50-50? Is it 25%? Do they have a controlling interest or not? So those things are going to be really important, and getting the information, frankly, ends up being the hardest part of that because it's controlled by your spouses or your family. And a lot of times they're not interested in sharing that information. We do have a lot of tools at our disposal, which would be subpoenas. We can subpoena, the person who does have the controlling interest to get information. We can subpoena bank accounts. We can do depositions, things like that. But if you're going into a divorce and you have a family-run business, it's really important that you work with someone who knows what they're doing in that context and can also do it in a somewhat delicate way so that, frankly, you can sit next to your spouse's parents at your children's graduation in the future, but still protect your own financial interests.